Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm your host, Brandon Vincent. In financial news, the American job machine appears to have finally slipped into a higher gear. Employers boosted hiring in October, offering hope that the recovery may be picking up steam. The government's broadest snapshot of the labor market showed that the U.S. created 151,000 jobs last month, mainly on a surge of hiring by service businesses. The private sector notched its largest gain since April, adding 159,000 jobs. The government also revised up job figures for August and September, indicating the economy shed 110,000 fewer jobs than previously thought. Even so, the jobless rate, based on a separate survey of households, remained at 9.6% for the third straight month, as more workers gave up on looking for work and left the official jobless rolls. The upbeat job report came just 2 days after the Federal Reserve announced a plan to buy up government debt in an effort to boost growth, and it follows other indications that the economy may be growing faster than the roughly 2% rate that many analysts projected for the fourth quarter. In U.S. news, after a weekend of deliberation, jurors in Connecticut on Monday are set to continue weighing the fate of a man convicted of killing 3 family members in a brutal 2007 home invasion. Monday marks the 4th day of deliberations in the sentencing for Stephen Hayes, who could face the death penalty or life in prison. Hayes was convicted last month of 16 of the 17 charges against him, including 9 counts of murder and capital murder and 4 counts of kidnapping. Jennifer Hawk Pettit, 48, and her daughters, 17-year-old Haley Pettit and 11-year-old Michaela Pettit, died in the attack. Prosecutors allege that Hayes and his accomplice invaded the Pettit home in Cheshire, Connecticut, beat Dr. William Pettit, raped and strangled his wife, sexually molested one of the daughters, and set the house afire, as well as tried to flee. The 5 male and 7 female jurors decided about 4:15 p.m. Sunday to retire for the evening without deciding the sentence for Hayes. Jurors have deliberated a total of about 16 hours over 3 days. On Saturday, the jury sent a note requesting a readback of some of the testimony of Dr. Eric Goldsmith, a psychiatrist who had said that Hayes was impaired at the time of the crimes and experienced extreme rage. Goldsmith was a witness for the defense. On Friday, the jury asked Judge John Blue for clarification on the statute regarding mitigating factors, evidence presented that would provide a reason for a sentence less than death. Blue instructed the panel members that they could not go into the second phase, determining whether the prosecution has proven the aggravating factors until they were unanimous about whether they were mitigating factors. Hayes' lawyer has told the jurors that his client would suffer much more if given a life sentence. In international news, President Obama praised the father of your nation, Mahatma Gandhi, and noted his influence on Martin Luther King and the nonviolent resistance that typified the American civil rights movement in his address to the Indian Parliament on Monday. I am mindful that I might not be standing before you today as President of the United States had it not been for Gandhi and the message that he shared and inspired with America and the world, the president said. Earlier, at a joint news conference with Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh in India's capital, New Delhi, Obama said the relationship between the United States and India is stronger, deeper, and broader than ever. The opportunities for cooperation between the nations will only grow as India gains economic power. India isn't emerging, it has emerged, he said, describing a growing trust between the 2 largest democracies in the world as they work to boost trade. We make some of the best products in the world, and we want to sell them to a growing India market, Obama said. At the same time, those economic exchanges offer Indians the opportunity to build their business as well, he said, citing solar technology as an example for the potential to create jobs in the United States and India. We shouldn't be resorting to protectionist measures. We should be thinking of it as a one-way street, added Obama, who said that India is not an economic boogeyman.
When you've got a serious leak, it's time for Leakender 2000. It fixes any leak fast, no matter what's leaking. Just spray it with Leakender 2000, and in minutes, the leak is sealed. Look, we'll cut this garden hose with a knife, then shut off the water and spray on Leakender 2000. Minutes later, the hose is as good as new. The cut is sealed. Leakender 2000 is a unique compound that fills and seals any crack or separation as it hardens. Why put up with gushing gutters, dripping drains, wet windowsills, and rain-soaked RVs? Leakender 2000 stops all those leaks, and it's yours for only $14.95. Call now and we'll double your order. We'll send you this giant-size can at no extra charge. Order now.
To order, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-936-0300 or send check or money order for $14.95 plus $5.95 shipping to the address on your screen. Call 1-800-936-0300.
In entertainment news, in the hours after his release from Rikers Island Thursday morning, Lil Wayne kept a low public profile. He tweeted that he was spending time with his family and was photographed both leaving jail in a car and sitting in front of a computer in a hotel room. But the criminal justice system wasn't finished with Wayne just yet. Friday, Lil Wayne landed in Yuma, Arizona for a court appearance to sign documents connected to his 2008 arrest on drug and weapon possession charges when ecstasy, cocaine, and a handgun were allegedly found in his tour bus. On June 30th of this year, while Wayne was serving his sentence for gun possession in New York, he was sentenced to 3 years unsupervised probation for the Arizona charges. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of drug possession in exchange for the dismissal of 3 other drug and weapons-related charges. Various reports place Wayne in Las Vegas, Miami, or New Orleans, among other locations, this weekend. But his arrival in Arizona seems to make his widely hinted appearance at Drake's tour finale in Las Vegas Saturday night a likely possibility. His ex-wife, Antonia Toya Carter, told MTV News that a Miami family get-together is planned for Sunday. And Young Money label head Mac Main has said that a blowout party will take place in the city on Sunday night. In tech news, in February of 2010, Microsoft introduced Windows Phone 7 to the world. With the complete overhaul of its mobile operating system, Microsoft got the tech world excited about the OS again with its fresh user interface, added features, and promises of improved performance. Well, we've had to wait a long time since then to see if Windows Phone 7 actually delivers everything it promises. But we finally got a chance to find out, and for the most part, it does. There are certainly aspects that need to be fine-tuned and features that need to be added, but overall, Microsoft has created a very solid foundation to get them back into the mobile OS game. Now, as we enter the second week of November, the first wave of devices are ready to hit the streets, with the Samsung Focus and HTC Surround arriving at AT&T and the HTC HD7 heading to T-Mobile, all available now. We've had a chance to review all 3 smartphones, as well as taking a look at Microsoft's new operating system, and at this point, they all look very, very solid. In green news, the fallout from the 2010 midterm elections keeps getting more depressing, at least from a climate and clean energy perspective. The folks over at Think Progress did some background research on the incoming congressmen, and they reveal a disheartening statistic. 50% of them outright deny climate change is real. We can now look forward to many more years of the status quo, which of course means continued dominance from the heavily subsidized oil industry, reliance on foreign oil, and increased industry-wide greenhouse gas emissions, right at a time when we're on track to have experienced our hottest year ever recorded. And for the record, for people who feel that this story is aimed at Republicans everywhere, it's not. There is nothing overly leftist about the above stats. They are just that, statistics. Half of the incoming GOP congressmen are on record saying that they do not believe in climate change. If these stats say nothing else, the green cause will definitely be held back by this fact.